Hey, David, just looking at the standings, is there any more relevance attached to this game Sunday night, or, what's your take on that?
It's definitely a big one, it's pretty much for the division, to be ahead in the division, and that's kind of, that's kind of how we see it.
So there's no getting around that, huh?
No.
Next question's from Amy Just.
I'm curious, how different does this team look compared to when you were preparing for them for week 1 compared to now?
Week 1 definitely was a little different. You didn't have no preseason film on certain teams, and you weren't able to see what their tendencies and all were. But now you've kind of, teams are kind of getting in their groove, and you're starting to see certain things. So I'll say that's a difference.
Next one's from Nick Underhill.
David, it's looked like you've been playing really well and really consistent. Do you feel like you yourself have worked into a group where your mental ability and your physical abilities kind of match, and you're playing, as good as you have since entering the league?
I've just been playing ball at the highest of my ability, so that's just how. I go out there every day to play as hard as possible, and that's the mindset I have towards it.
Next one's from Amos Morale.
Yeah, I know you guys have that streak of stopping, opposing runners from getting to 100 yards, and I'm just curious how much that's on you guys' mind as you're out there or preparing for teams, particularly teams like this where, they have some good backs.
I think we just take accountability of stopping the run, and I don't think we think about it that much going into certain weeks. I think we just go out there and play ball. That's what it is.
Next one's from Craig Loper.
Hey, Dave, just Tom Brady has kind of made a living with his quick release, kind of quick passing game throughout his career. I'm curious, as a defensive line, knowing that, how much more is that interior pass rush against a guy like Brady to get him off his spot?
You're not going to get there every time, especially when you have a guy who releases the ball pretty fast. You could do certain things. You could have your hands up, in the interior, and definitely try and get maybe a batted ball to, certain things. There are other ways you could still attack a quarterback who throws the ball quick.
Next one's from Mike Triplett.
David, how much of a wrinkle does Antonio Brown add into the game planning this week, since it'll be his first game with a new team that he hasn't played on before?
It's just like week 1. You haven't actually seen the person with the team, and you haven't seen because to an extent, so many all it plays. Well, how do I put it? The connection, you haven't seen that, so I can't really say much about it right now. It's just, once game day comes, and we'll go from there.
Next one's from Taylor Allen.
Hey, David, this is Taylor Allen from the Winnipeg Free Press. You're one of the very few Manitobans who are even playing football right now. There's no high school football here. There's no Bison's football, no CFL either. So does your heart kind of go out to some of the people back home who aren't able to play football? And have you been able to talk to maybe some former teammates or Coach Stobie to talk about the situation going on right here?
I saw a couple guys, it's like a flag football league they got going on out there right now. So there's still guys, trying to, still in the game right now out there. I know a couple guys who play in the CFL actually, and it's pretty tough not having a job for an entire year. That's I don't even know how to explain that. It'll be really tough going through something like that.
And for you,
All right, we're all set. Thank you, David.
All right.
All right, everybody. We have Alvin Kamara here. Please.